Maybe I'm crazy, but porn stars matter too.
What? Yeah. Internet matters.
The internet does matter. And that's where a lot of porn lives, is on the internet.
I heard.
Yeah. And in real life too.
Yes.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm not.
All right, welcome to the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast.
Woo.
This is a sports podcast, and that's a sports story this week.
It is.
I'm Joy Taylor. That's Brandin Newman.
Hi, guys.
Nice shirt.
Thank you so much. You as well.
Thank you.
Beavis and Butthead. Shouts out to the GOATs.
I am the great one, Julio.
It's not that great. You ready? Let me go ahead.
You can stretch your shirt out.
I can't.
Theoretically. Theoretically, we imagine you with the hoodie.
If I had the shirt over...
Right.
I am the great corn Julio. I need TP for my bunghole.
Much better.
Thank you.
You've defeated me.
I grew up watching that movie. That was amazing. Beavis and Butthead Do America. Yeah. Make America Great Again.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so as you're probably wondering why there's so many items on the table, we decided to bring back Hot Take-A-Ritas because, I've been working hard. I switched shows.
Right.
I'm on the herd now. If you haven't heard, I'm on the herd.
By the way,
Brandon's been doing some stuff.
We're pushing the envelope here. I would say, great job.
Oh, thank you.
That seat as a whole, completely reformed it. I love it. I love every second of it. It's been great. It's been really entertaining.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
So we decided we deserved some of our Hot Take-A-Rita mix. It's also a very slow time in sports, so we just decided we're just going to make some wild predictions while sipping on some Ritas.
I knew it was a quiet time in sports.
Why?
Yesterday, a story about a Alabama fan and an LSU fan.
That sounds normal. Go ahead.
And their groomsmen cake. You didn't see this? It was everywhere on the ESPN about a groomsman cake that had LSU colors. It's just stupid. This makes no sense. It's about nothing. We're just pouring in silence?
Thank you for doing that. That was really a spectacular moment for me.
I just wanted a little flutter.
Ashley, official margarita maker person. Is this enough or no? Yes. Yes? You don't seem confident about that. We always struggle with this part of it.
It always smells better than it tastes.
Is that how you describe margaritas? All right, we ready?
What, we got to do it right now?
Yeah.
For the Hot Take-A-Ritas?
Yeah, it's time for Hot Take-A-Ritas.
Let's get it.
What do you mean drop? What are you talking about?
Tequila. Oh. It's actually not all the way on the hole.
It's not on the thing?
It's not all the way on the hole.
Why do we always struggle with this?
It's like a poor manufacturer.
Oh, there we go. No, it's not. It's Margaritaville.
Yeah, whatever.
We love Margaritaville.
You gotta switch the all power over there to your right.
Switch to your right.
Oh, yeah.
We hitting the switches.
All right, we're ready.
Ah! Should I touch something on my side too?
I don't think you need to double it up.
So what'd you do this weekend?
Okay.
It doesn't smell as bad as it did last time. We're like, that's
that's what we do every time.
Yep,
That's what we do every time.
Yep.
We do
My
it every time.
laptop is cool. Napkins.
Why is there so
You know
much
what?
water?
We just,
Why is there so much water?
What is that? Is that brown? Why is it brown in the ice machine?
Oh, yeah.
Is that brown? You put brown sugar on ice?
I did not. I just want to know why every time I pick it up, there's like an abundance of water.
Don't know if this is
Is
going
it
to.
broken?
I don't know if it's going to pour.
It's gonna work.
I don't know if we better drink this. But we tried.
Look, here's what we're gonna do.
What are we going to do?
Right now.
We're gonna cut Hot Take-A-Ritas.
Hey,
All right,
cheers.
let's start with the Lakers. Okay. I think that the Lakers, Hot Take-A-Rita,
Yes.
are actually gonna be a lot better than everybody thinks that they are. I think they're gonna win over 50 games.
Okay.
And I think they're gonna be in the Western Conference Finals. And my main reason for that is because they acquired Michael Beasley.
Oh, Michael Beasley puts them in the conference finals.
JK. It's because of LeBron James.
Yeah, okay,
He plays
okay,
for the
okay.
Lakers now. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Some people will call him an X factor.
Yes.
I don't see them going to the Western Conference Finals just because this team, I don't think is built for that. I do think they're 50-plus wins just because LeBron James wins 50 or more games on the teams that he plays for.
He does do that.
But I think they finish second in the West, obviously, but get bounced out of the playoffs by Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. 7-game series.
You love Donovan Mitchell. I like Donovan Mitchell. I think the Jazz are going to be better than they were last year.
Rudy Gobert's coming off of Defense Player of the Year.
Yeah. They're good. But I just think that I don't think they're going to win it all this year.
No.
I'm not really I haven't had enough of my Hot Take-A-Rita juice for that. But I do think that they are going to be in the Western Conference Finals. I think they're going to get whooped on in the Western Conference Finals, but I think they're going to make it there.
What do you think about this take that the veterans are all going to come off the bench?
Yeah. Why
Really?
not? Why wouldn't they? That's the purpose.
I want a nice mix.
Everyone's flipping out about Michael Beasley.
Yeah.
Why don't y'all just relax a little bit? They're not paying him $20 million. It's all going to work out.
No.
It's
Yeah.
all going to work out. I know it's been so long, but the Cavs just went to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then after that they went to the finals. We don't like to talk about that because they didn't do much winning in the finals, so that's why I say they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. That was really their championship.
Yes.
But the point is they got there with not a whole lot on that team, if you recall.
Yes.
So I don't know why all of a sudden it's the Lakers who improved dramatically with Lonzo Ball not playing that much last year,
right?
With a very, very young core that's still there. Why would you add LeBron James and they not be significantly better? I know Kobe fans are confused about that, but I'm not. So that's my hot take.
Patino Mobley said LeBron James could take a pack of Cools to the playoffs.
He did. Some Virginia Slims, I believe.
Yes,
He also
exactly.
threw in there.
That's
which I think are far more trendy.
Yes, yeah. They're slimmer.
Yes, they are
Everything's
slim.
Smaller is
as
the
in
way
the
to go
description.
now.
All right, Rockets, better or worse? Hot Take-A-Rita, same.
That's it. Same. Better or worse? Same.
They're gonna be the same. They're going to be a great, fun regular season team,
Right.
which is fine. And then they're going to go really far in the playoffs, and then they're
Really?
not going to make it to the finals again.
You're
this
giving
year.
them that much credit.
What credit is that? I mean, great. Congratulations for showing up. They're a good team. And now they have Melo, which is fun. So he's going to do some scoring. And it'll be nice for him to see Melo, contribute in the playoffs. All this is very nice. It's all a really nice story. But they don't have Trevor Ariza anymore, which they needed. They don't have Luke Mbamute anymore.
Yeah.
They needed him.
Defense.
And I just don't. I don't know. I don't. Everyone knows how I feel about the Rockets. I think they're a fun regular season team, and I don't know why that's so dramatic to say. Everybody isn't going to win it, and I just don't think. I don't think they have the capability to beat the Warriors, even with
of course not.
Melo and Chris Paul.
But I think they're even a less fun to watch regular season team this year.
Why?
I think James Harden's getting better and better. But the West is getting better and better, and everyone's good. And I mean, I know they won 65 games in the regular season last year. I think they're sub 50 this year. I'll take a read.
You don't think that they win 50 games this year?
Sub 50 next year. Yes, it's the Carmelo thing. He follows, and the team wins 48 games.
Oh.
Best
Do you have
they can
any
do.
statistics to back that up, or just this is Hot Take-A-Rita talking?
Carmelo Anthony is a. I'm not gonna say he's a. I don't like saying that word, the C word. He's that for a team, but they're not gonna win games. They're gonna be fun to watch them win less games.
What is the C word?
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't like calling it. I don't like calling people cancer.
No, I don't like that either.
It's like
no, it's not nice.
They're
We can
human
find a different word.
Yeah. Distraction.
Do we have a better word? We'll find one. All right. Hot Take-A-Rita on the Patriots and the Steelers.
Yes.
At the end of an era. I'm going to go, and I know that everyone in Pittsburgh is very upset with me for my Steelers takes lately, but this is just how I feel. And when I'm having some Rita, I just speak from the heart. So
it's time again.
parched. I think it is over for the Steelers if they don't win this year.
Oh,
I do. Big Ben is not, he's not Tom Brady. He's not going to play forever. He's been talking about retiring for the past 2 years. Not that I think he's going to retire.
Yes.
But they didn't pay Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell is leaving after this year. And Le'Veon Bell is really, really bleeping good. Sorry, he is. Now, maybe the Steelers didn't have the money to pay him the way that they just paid Todd, the Rams just paid Todd Gurley. That's fine. I understand. Everybody can't get paid. But it is what it is, and they didn't pay him. So after this year, he's going to be gone. I think they're going to be great this year. If they don't win the championship this year, I think that window with this particular group is closed.
There's no way they win a championship this year. I say this is going to be the first time.
There's no way they win a championship this year?
I think this is the first time in 5 years that they don't win the AFC North. I like the Browns. I like the Ravens this year. I think the Ravens will.
First of all,
will
you
beat
just like the
AFC
Ravens.
North.
The Ravens.
I am
so
a fan,
is this your
but
hot
the
take-a-rita
Ravens-
that the Ravens are going to win the AFC North? Just do it.
Tyrod Taylor's is going. He's going to steal. The Browns are going to steal at least one win from the Steelers this year. That's not a hot take. Ryan Shazier, no one's talking about the fact
Yes,
that
it
he's
is
not
a hot take. They won 0 games last year.
Ryan
You know how many
Shazier
games they won last year?
is not going to be that defense, the steel curtain. Like you're saying, end of an era. Like what era are we living in when the Steelers were like the AFC North? Okay, it's like congratulating the Patriots on winning the AFC East.
I mean, so the Patriots are also very good. Which, by the way, I don't think it's over for them because I'm just not ready to doubt the Patriots yet because I'm weak.
No, it is. I mean, they're going to lose to the Jags
They
in the
have
playoffs.
no receivers.
They're going to lose to the Jags.
Are we
in the
doing the
playoffs.
Jags thing again?
Like they should have lost to the Jags in
I'm
the playoffs
so
last
sorry to
year.
inform you, but the Jags are not going to be as good as they were last year. Hot take-a-rita. I'm throwing it in there.
Woo! Now that was a hot take.
I'm throwing out a wild card.
That's-
They're not going to be as good. It's just it's
I
reality.
wish they had a bigger fan base so they can come after you, but they don't.
Correct.
Ever.
All right, back to the NBA. Eastern
Yes.
Conference hot take-a-rita. Who wins it? I'm going to go hot take on Boston.
Ooh,
I like Boston.
You like Boston?
I do.
What do you think? What is it? Is it the coach? Is it the
coach is good.
The players?
They were good last year.
Like,
They
what do you
also get
think?
Kyrie back. They get Gordon Hayward back.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be very good.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone needs to calm down about the Raptors. I'm very itchy. I feel like I'm having like an allergic reaction.
You were doing that? I thought I had something on me.
Right.
I was
Is it
like,
red?
do I need to get something?
Is it red?
Not yet. If you
No.
keep
If I
keep
keep
at
scratching it, it's
Yeah,
very
if you keep
itchy.
at
I
it,
need some
it'll-
lotion or something.
It'll
Get
change.
some cocoa butter. Just calm that down.
I actually have
irritation.
some if you like.
I'm gonna take you up on that.
Yeah.
As long as it's the lotion form,
Okay, I have Jergens lotion form, cocoa butter, the actual.
like the stick.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm not
like
sharing
the
the stick.
yeah.
Anyway, I think the Boston's gonna be very good next year. That's my hot take. Here's the thing. I don't care about the Raptors. Like I like Kawhi, great.
Oh, no.
But they, like everyone's like,
Raptors.
oh, like Raptors win the Eastern Conference. Not happening. And like Philadelphia, great. Like I like Philadelphia too. They're fun, but just not. The Boston's better.
I trust the process.
You
I actually trust the process. I think Eastern Conference Finals, Philly, Boston, Philly wins in 7. I'm gotten to the point now,
Philly
and I don't
wins
want
in
to be
7,
I don't want to be disrespectful towards Kyrie because I really do like him as a basketball player. It's my favorite players to watch right now. But you can't trust him to stay healthy during the entire season. You just can't. So I'm done betting on Kyrie. I want to watch him
They
play.
went to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals without Kyrie.
I know, but
So, they're
what
gonna-
signing Marcus Smart is going to help them
No,
like
they're gonna get
finalize
Gordon
that?
Hayward back too. How did Philly get better this offseason?
I mean, more Marco Fultz rumors.
He's changed his shot up.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
that's important.
Never know.
All right, I feel better about my hot take there. All right, Warriors. Is it their last year together? I'm gonna go yes. I think Clay leaves next year,
Pray to God. Clay
and
leaves next
I
year.
think he comes to the Lakers,
Pray to God.
and then the Lakers win 2 championships.
Ooh, yes.
I'm on one today.
20,
I'm fresh on skinny vanilla latte and
2021 Lakers champions.
and kombucha and water.
I
I
like
have a
that
lot of
take.
beverages around me when I'm doing my work. You like it?
I mean that mine was Lakers acquired Klay Thompson July 4th, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Boogie stays. Warriors dominance ends. Curry's NBA dominance begins again. Because I think I want Kevin Durant to go somewhere else.
Kevin Durant's not going anywhere
Just
else.
go somewhere else. Give the
Where?
team back to Steph. It's Steph's
No,
team.
those days
He's a
are
little-
over.
I want Steph to be the guy with the shooting, and
Yeah.
he can be that if Clay leaves though.
Correct.
Because it's been too many. So I think Clay's dominance moves over to the Lakers. Yeah.
All right, so we agree. This is
Yeah. But Boogie though.
This is their last year together as currently assembled.
Yes.
Boogie's not going to be there next year. He's
No.
going to get a bunch of money from another team.
If you lose Clay, you got to change how you play your offense completely. Why
Oh
not
no,
keep
Clay's
Boogie?
huge. Clay is huge for them, and he is great defensively. It's a different team without Clay. People underestimate how important he is to that team. But he's going to the Lakers, and the Lakers are going to win 2 championships.
Also, Warriors fans, stop acting like JaVale McGee wasn't important. We got a
Yeah.
good player in JaVale McGee. We as the Lakers have
Oh,
a
were
great
we now?
player in JaVale McGee.
Let's archive this for Hot Take-A-Ritas because I feel like in 2 years we may have to pull this up on the television show that I'll be doing to remind everyone how smart I am. 2 championships. All right.
Okay,
Finally, for Hot Take-A-Ritas, the NFL team that will make you most sad this year. There are a lot of hype trains in full speed ahead. Choo choo.
Yes.
Browns you mentioned earlier, which is just fucking nonsense. The Giants, the Eagles, 49ers, huge week for the 49ers.
Big in the news.
And
Shouts out to Cali.
and the Rams, who as Colin Cowherd would say, are operating under a different salary cap than the rest of the league. Unless, of course, you're Aaron Donald, which he can't. They refuse to pay Aaron Donald. refuse. But anyway, I am going to go
It's
with
expensive.
I mean, he deserves to get paid. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
you're putting everything on offense. You got to pay the guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Eagles for multiple reasons. One, it's very, very, very difficult to repeat. I know Eagles fans, John is going to get on my case right now. I'm sorry, John. They are going to be good. I'm just saying you're not going to win another Super Bowl.
They don't care about another Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really should be grateful.
They
You
don't,
feel like you have a
care
Super
about
Bowl
Eagles
now,
fans are
right?
chilling.
Like, you guys are fine. You don't need another one.
You're chilling, right?
No, I like when you bet against us.
That is
Ooh,
true.
yes.
That is true.
Yes.
And I thought about that. Because
Keep it coming.
Yeah, I thought about that because I picked against you guys for the Super Bowl, and then you won your first ever Super Bowl. So this is really a good thing for Eagles fans that I'm picking against you if you think about it.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, I think it's very hard. It's not that I think it is very hard to repeat a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Last year the whole theme was underdog and nobody believes in us, and
Right.
now you're Super Bowl
Purge
champions.
mask.
So you have you can't wear the masks anymore, and
Yeah.
you have different expectations. And I do think that the quarterback situation is very interesting. Because how crazy would it be if he never won a Super Bowl? If that Wentz guy, he never
I
won a
mean,
Super
that's
Bowl.
just not going to happen, though.
You think they are going to win?
I mean, I don't think it's right now. I think they stole one early last year, but I think his Super Bowls are coming later.
Are coming later.
Yeah.
Perhaps, but it's just not going to be this year.
Right.
Also, I'm just loving this Browns hype train. It's enjoyable.
Well, I think the team that's going to disappoint me the most this year is the Cowboys, because me being a former Notre Dame football player, I want the good teams, the important teams, to do well.
Right. I'm with you
Cowboys,
on that.
And I honestly, it's going to be sad watching Dak struggle as a quarterback this season with an abysmal receiving core and a puppet as a head coach.
I
That's not gonna help
wouldn't
him
go
out.
abysmal, but I do think that they're going to be interesting. I just don't think that they're going to be as great as we're hoping that they are.
Right.
We're hoping for that Dak Zeke
Yes.
rookie year magic, and we're not going to get that back right now.
And one more thing. You're not going to like this one either.
Right.
Vikings. If the Vikings don't make it back to the NFC Championship, it's a bust this year.
Why would I not like that? What do I care about the Vikings?
You don't support the Vikings.
Why would I support the Vikings?
I'm saying you should. That window is closing. That is a window. I think they need to win a Super Bowl now, the next 2 years.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because that roster isn't going to be there, and obviously I'm biased. I want Kyle Rudolph and Harrison Smith to go into the Hall of Fame as former Notre Dame teammates of mine. But yeah, they have to win. They have to win now.
I would agree with you on that.
Yes.
No disrespect to Vikings fans, because there's lots of them. I love
Yes.
the skull chant.
Yes. Let's go. Is that what you do? Go.
It's very tedious, though. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like the Dolphins is more fun.
A lot of their fans
Dolphins
need
is better
the
if you're on
repeating.
Ritas, you know.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Fins
Exactly.
to the left,
Yeah.
fins to the right. The only game in town.
Oh, there's more words after that?
Yeah, there
I thought
are.
it was
That's
just
actually
fins
not
to
even
left,
the
fins to
official
right.
one. It's Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
We have the Jimmy
Miami
Buffett
Dolphins
thing.
*1. Yeah, Margaritaville.
T-Pain needs to make a Miami Dolphins
Oh my
song.
God, never again. He did. What do you
What?
mean he needs to make one?
Yeah,
How
Tiny
do
Dancer's
you never?
finest.
How? Stop. You don't remember the
saying after
T-Pain
the
Miami Dolphins song?
I actually do remember. He just put out the Booed Up remix, his little remix to Booed
Booed
Up,
Up?
and it's amazing. And I just want
haven't
him to.
heard
I feel like the
that.
juices are flowing
What a
with him.
great song,
He's great. Yeah. Oh, song of the summer.
for sure.
Booed
Boot up. Bada, bada, boot up.
With it or quit it. With it, quit it.
What?
We about to turn up in this bitch.
What am I winning or quitting this week?
49ers savior Jimmy Garoppolo has the face of an angel and the confidence of a Deion Waiters. Jimmy G has been in the news lately for saying he believed he was better than his frenemy Tom Brady.
Oh, that's why.
Joy, Jimmy G will lead the 49ers back to the playoffs this year. With it or quit it. Talk to me.
I'm gonna wit it.
Okay.
I once called Jimmy G a bust. I feel like, you know, listen,
One
sometimes
of your hottest of the hot takes.
sometimes you have a hot take-a-rita and it doesn't go so well. We know how tequila goes.
Right.
It's, you know,
Yeah.
it's a fickle
You were,
friend.
you were fed bad information at that point in time.
No, it was just a gut feeling.
Okay.
It was a gut data fact.
All right.
And sometimes those are wrong also because they're based on nothing. But anyway, he
Shut up.
is leading the hype train. Everyone is on this Jimmy Garoppolo. and the 49ers this year, which I'm fine with. I'm going to watch with great interest. The Bleacher Report article had a lot about New England. Everyone is clutching their pearls at the idea that Jimmy G would think he's as good as Tom Brady, which, for the love of God, get over yourselves. Like, this is how you become a professional athlete. You think you're good enough to be a professional athlete.
Right.
Do you understand the mentality that it takes to get to being a professional athlete? You have to think you're good enough to be a professional athlete. So, yeah, he's going to think he's as good as Tom Brady.
Surprise.
That's how it works.
Right.
It's a huge reveal. That's how you become successful. You think you're capable of becoming successful. Ta-da! That's how it all works. So, yes, of course he's going to say that. And the point, like, Colin made a great point today. He didn't say it when he was in New England. He can say whatever he wants now. Like, if you want to get all, get your panties in a bunch about it, like, whatever. Of course he's going to be confident. That's how you become successful. So I have no problem with him saying that. Even if he's not as good as Tom Brady, which we know he's not, because he has not proven that he is as good as Tom Brady.
Yes.
It's just words. Relax.
Well, it's also based on feelings that he should have.
Okay, fine.
Right?
I'm fine with
Like,
that. Like, it's
but-
only on him. If he turns out to be terrible, then whatever. Well, remember, he said he was as good as Tom Brady, but he has to believe that in order to even be capable of achieving that.
No, I am on board. I was like, no duh when I heard this. But I also would like this to stop right here, because we don't want to get into a Kyrie LeBron thing where he keeps saying things as the years go on.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think once he starts establishing himself and it's his team.
Yeah.
The 49ers are his team, and they do start doing some winning. All of this is going to be a thing of the past. It's not going to be a thing of the past for Brady and the Patriots, because they've got to figure out who the bleep is going to eventually replace Tom Brady. But for him, I think it's this is what's happening right now, because it's going to be his first full season. So that I'm totally fine with. He talks about Belichick playing low lights in meetings, which I think is hilarious. I actually think we should start doing that. Keep ourselves humble.
Yes.
And we've got plenty of those. So, but I'm fine with all that too. But the main thing that everybody's talking about this week, which I just did not want to do this story, but we got to do it.
I mean, the internet asks.
And well, yeah. So Jimmy G went out to dinner here in LA with a lady, and her name is Kiara Mia.
Yes.
I had admittedly not heard of her before.
I had neither.
Because she's professional.
Someone else in this room had.
I prefer amateur. Right. Anyway, so the point is, she was having dinner with him at Avra, which is a big restaurant in LA, which is where LeBron had dinner with Leonardo DiCaprio and Al Pacino, I believe.
Yes.
So it's a hot spot, if you will. And there tends to be paparazzi outside of hot spots in LA. That's just how this works.
Yes.
So
big ballers only.
That kind of confuses me, because you got to know that there's going to be cameras at this place. You can literally, like, the video is of them having dinner. So you're getting photographed in the video when you're in this place. So that to me kind of throws me off. But I got to be honest with you, I cannot get on this outrage train. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care that you're a franchise quarterback and you're having dinner with a porn star.
No.
Do you, boo-boo?
No.
It doesn't matter.
No.
But you're going to have to deal with people talking about you. And that's just the trade-off.
So
I don't want to hear him whining about, like, the media being on his case.
Right.
That I don't want to hear about it. But if you're just like, I literally don't care. I'm 26 years old. I'm going to do whatever I want. If I want to go to dinner with a porn star, that's what I'm going to do. Whether I'm the franchise quarterback or not, I'm cool with that. I actually prefer for people to just be themselves. I don't have a problem with them going to dinner with a porn star.
Well, everyone keeps saying going to dinner with a porn star, going to dinner with a porn star. Like, you don't go to dinner with someone's profession. You go to dinner with a young lady.
Exactly. That's why I said she's a lady. But
like has a job.
But the reason why it's a story is not because he went to dinner with a lady. I'm sure he's done that before. We've not talked about it on any sports shows. The reason why it's a story is because of her profession. So let's not all be cute. I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate it, because I don't care what you do for a living as long as it's legal and you don't hurt anyone else.
Well, he was being very genuinely, like, in the dinner. Like,
that's actually not entirely true.
He looked like he was very cordial. It looked
like
a very cordial.
Very nice night.
I don't like this whole, you can do it, just don't put it in the public. It's like, no, if you're going to take somebody on a date, if you're going to biblically know someone, you should go through the proper protocols of earning that person's respect regardless of their profession.
It is pretty biblical. I just don't have a problem with it. Like, I'm not gonna fake outrage this. I'm just not. And I get what people are saying that
the fall's gonna be here quick.
You want to represent yourself a certain way and all that. It's like, give me a break, dude. We know what the internet exists for. All right, just miss me with the whole holier than thou thing.
Yeah.
Get over yourself. I'm just so tired of it. The one thing I don't want to be in life is a hypocrite. I try real hard not to be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I'm a lot of other things, but I really try to not be that. So I'm not here to judge her in any way, because I just don't care what she does for a living. And I don't care that he's out to dinner with a porn star. Like, welcome to planet Earth.
But how do we hate on Tom Brady being married to Giselle? I'm sure they had a first date at some point in time. Like, is that not a bad look at that point in time to be out with someone in the industry?
According to certain moralists, no, there's a slight difference. But I'm sure you'd find some people that would agree with you. I'm not one of those people. I don't actually care at all. So I know I'm like supposed to have some ridiculous hot take, but I just don't. I can't bring myself to pretend like I care. I get it. I get why people are flipping out.
Yeah.
I get why, people would be bothered by this or think this is a distraction or whatever. And one day, if he starts complaining about the media coverage that he gets, then I will be off him, because you do know what this all means, right? Like, whether it's fair or not, like, fair is for ho-hos and fried Oreos. Okay, like,
delicious.
Great, right? But just, you can't do it all the time. So life isn't fair. But if you're going to sign up for this, then you deal with it. That's my take on Kiara Mia. She's doing the Lisa Ann playbook though, which I respect.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh, good for her. She's.
I mean, Lisa Ann she's original, original OG.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, Lisa Ann's out there. She
original
took out
OG is like, it's like original OG.
Yeah, like.
She was the OG of this move.
Like she was around during the internet phase, like when the internet started popping, probably.
That's not what I meant at all.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll decide if we want to keep that or not. Sticking in NFC West, the Rams have been busy this offseason. They just signed running back Todd Gurley to a 4-year, $60 million extension. After signing wide receiver Brandin Cooks on a 5-year, $80 million extension on the defensive side, they had Ndamukong Suh and traded for Marcus Peters and the chain snatcher. I can't say his name ever. Talib Kweli. You know what I'm talking about? The chain snatcher. Aqib Talib. Aqib Talib. That's how you say it.
Yes, it's not Talib Kweli.
Something like it. Joy. Rams are Super Bowl or bust. Wit it or quit it.
So I have to decide if they're going to the Super Bowl or not right now? Is that the question? Or are you saying if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, they're not going to win ever?
No, Super Bowl or bust.
I don't know. Okay.
This year.
I don't know if I understand the question. I'm going to quit it. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl this year, but I do love the Rams. I would like to understand how they're getting all this money and everybody else isn't.
Yes, how they're able to sign.
Basically, they're taking advantage of Jared Goff's rookie contract. But they do need to sign Aaron Donald. I don't understand how it's all going to work without keeping their defense intact, because that is really what made them solid.
They're deep.
So, look, I mean, if I'm Le'Veon Bell, I'm looking at that like,
Oh, that running back money?
Yeah, because that means people are still giving that out. That's a lot of money. And Todd Gurley is worth it. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. To be clear,
Le'Veon's a little older than Todd Gurley.
Yeah, but Le'Veon's also very, very good.
Yeah, he's
very, very good.
He's good.
He has a little, he had his suspension and his injury or whatever, but like I don't know if he's going to make that, but he's still going to make a lot more than what the Steelers were offering.
Right.
But I like the Rams. I think they're a fun team. I do think they're not very, they're full of stars, but they're not like an LA team. Like we were talking about Jimmy G a second ago. Like you don't see them out. Like they're not in the news.
No.
You don't see them on TMZ.
Which is good.
It is good.
Yeah.
It is good, but it's
their head coach be in the news more than the players.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like the Rams. I don't think that they're Super Bowl bound this year. I do think it's going to be interesting once all of these contracts start coming into play. But they seem to be putting together a star-filled team. So if they can bring it all together, then they're going to be awesome. But I don't think it's this year.
Ndamukong Suh, I don't know. I've been following him since he got into the league, and he's still productive, but he does something to locker rooms. I don't know what it is. But I don't
know if that's fair. I mean, he's with the Lions, one of the most dysfunctional sports teams in existence.
How was he with your Dolphins?
Oh, I mean, a far step above the Lions over the past 30 years as far as dysfunction goes. I can't put it all on Ndamukong Suh.
No, of course, but I'm saying he's not.
He's a dirty player if you care about that, which I don't. But as far as him tearing apart locker rooms, I can't necessarily give it a judgment off of the Lions and the Dolphins. Like, see, this is not a
saying he's
dysfunctional
tearing
organization.
apart locker rooms.
This is
He's
not a
just too-
dysfunctional organization
Yeah.
right now. They're solid. They're trending upwards.
Yeah.
So this would actually be a good test of if Ndamukong Suh is
That's the
a
point.
locker room killer, because
Well,
this is a situation where you would either thrive or tear the team apart.
I think he's too selfish to be a good interior D lineman for the locker room, is what I'm saying.
I think he's past that point in his career.
I hope so. Okay, talking about stars. Now we're talking about the Lakers. Lakers continue their post-LeBron veteran signing spree, adding swingman and Kevin Durant's BFF, Michael Beasley. This is Super Cool B's 11th team if you count the Shanghai Sharks and the Shenandoah Golden Stars. Is that how you say Shandong? Golden Stars?
Shandong, believe in
Shandong,
yourself. You
Golden
got it.
Stars. Joy, the Lakers are more of a reality TV show than a basketball team. Wit it or quit it.
Quit it.
Yeah,
I told you in TAKE-A-Ritas, they're going to the Western Conference Finals this year. They're going to win more than 50 games. And here's the thing. Everyone's looking at these players, right? JaVale McGee, Lance Stevenson, Rondo, Super Cool Bees, and thinking like this is the starting lineup with LeBron. Lakers have a whole team of young players
that everyone thought they were going to get rid of.
right, and they didn't.
No,
so everyone
not yet.
Everyone just bleeping relax. It's
Yeah.
going to be okay. They're going to be good. Bees is not going to get an incredible amount of playing time. He's going to come in and get buckets. That's what he does.
Yeah, no.
Magic Johnson is running the team. LeBron James doesn't fuck around. It's going to be okay. Rondo's going to teach Lonzo Ball how to be a tough point guard. Lance Stevenson is going to blow another team's ear, all right, and tie their shoelaces together and pants them or whatever he's going to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like JaVale McGee was a big contributor in the playoffs last year.
He was.
Everyone just relax.
Steve Kerr
I
said he wished he
understand
played
it.
him more.
Listen, it is the meme dream team. Okay, I will give them that for sure.
Ooh. Say it one more again.
Fourth time. It is the meme dream team. But they're going to be good. Like, they're going to be super interesting because it's a cast of characters. But on separate teams,
Yeah.
these players are going to stick out and cause problems. But I think together, I think it's going to work.
As we big up the Lakers, I think we need to take responsibility on the fact that we spend no time talking about the Snoop Dogg of the NBA, Brandon Ingram. But I think I haven't spoke about him because I feel like I thought he was the trading piece. I thought he was the one that was going to end up getting lifted out. But I mean,
Nobody's going anywhere yet.
if Ingram stays on that team, like,
I mean, look, they still have Kuzma. Lonzo's coming back. I don't want to hear about his knee injury. Like, he's going to be fine.
yeah.
Just wait and see what happens. I know it sounds ridiculous. I should be the one freaking out about this, but I just.
Their biggest problems the last couple
Plus,
of years.
you're not paying Beasley $200 million.
No. That's what I'm saying. All these are 1-year deals.
Right, you're barely paying him. What is the big deal?
I think the Lakers' biggest issues was like staying healthy all year with these young guys. I think LeBron's going to bring over the vibranium to them and like,
For sure.
you know, get it pumped into their system. You know, they'll be healthy and ready to make a run.
I just also everyone needs to temper their expectations for the first half of the season. Like, LeBron doesn't practice like that
first
anymore.
season.
They're going to really the first season,
Yeah.
yes. Even though I'm hot taking it further than that,
Yes.
but for everyone else, just simmer down a little bit. The first half of the season is not going to go smoothly. It never does
Right.
for LeBron when he goes somewhere for the first time. So just chill.
That's a
Everyone
really
just
good point.
chill
That's true.
out. It's gonna be okay.
Best for last. Tyronn Lue is excited for the challenge of leading a scrappy Cavs without the best player in basketball. LeBron's assistant coach last year said, well, when you lose the best player in the world, it's hard to bounce back from that. You can't replace a player like LeBron James, so you got to do it by committee. Joy, LeBron leaves teams in ruins. Wit it or quit it.
Yes, of course he leaves teams in ruins because you have to put everything that your franchise has into winning with LeBron when you have him, which is why it's such a joke that Cleveland had him for as long as they did and they only won one championship.
That's not a joke.
And he was with Miami for
Warriors
4
existed
years
during
and
that
they
time
went to
period.
4 straight finals and won 2 championships. It is a joke, actually. You get LeBron James, you do everything that you possibly can to win a championship, and you mortgage your future on it. That's why I'm not flipping out that the Heat are in a bad spot. Like, yeah, the Heat are not good. They're not good right now. I'm willing to admit that. It's tough for me, but it's the truth. And I'm okay with that because I got to watch 4 straight finals and be the center of the sports universe and won 2 championships and rode in a parade down Biscayne Boulevard. So I'll deal with that. And then I got to hate on Cleveland for several years, which was also quite fun. So I don't. This is what Cleveland has to be aware of, and honestly, it's why Cleveland fans aren't flipping out the way that they were the first time around, because they realized when he left, like, look, you got to do what you got to do. If you're gonna sign Kevin Love to $400 million in 17 years, that's what you got to do now. Like this is the bed you made,
It's
laying
a
it.
lot. Like,
What is it? 4 years, 120? Yeah.
That's a lot of money for a.
What are you going to do, man? You got to do it. The same thing happened with the Heat. Chris Bosh and Kevin Love have such a parallel career trajectory, minus obviously Chris Bosh had some medical issues that were unforeseen.
Tap
but
him out,
as far as like being great on another team, coming to a team that LeBron James is on, getting taken down a notch as far as being the first or second option, getting all the blame when shit goes bad. And
He had a couple of great shots in that playoff.
definitely contributing.
More so than
they're
Kevin
not
Love
winning
has.
a championship with the Heat without Chris Bosh, and in Cleveland without Kevin Love. Even though he gets a lot of heat.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But that's just what it is. And then LeBron leaves, and you got to give him a major contract because this is the only star you have left. You got to keep a star. The NBA is a star-driven league. I have no problem with Cleveland giving them this money, and I don't have any problem with Kevin Love staying there, even though I think he could go to another team and probably contribute and be a part of like a winning culture.
Yeah.
This is what you got to do. I mean, I'm not turning down 4 years, 120 million.
Okay.
I'm not.
I agree with
I'm gonna take that.
But like, my problem with it is it solidifies the fact that Kevin Love never wanted any part of being an NBA superstar, in my opinion. He wants to be good at basketball. He wants to stay away from the limelight. He wants to stay away from all that stuff. He just wants to come in and ball and hoop. You don't think so?
No, I don't agree with that.
Kevin Love, and Kawhi Leonard want to be the face of a franchise.
I mean, you feel like Kevin Love and Kawhi Leonard have similar personalities?
In a sense that they're just like not want to talk to anybody humans.
No, absolutely not. First of all, Kawhi Leonard is one of one. Okay.
In a negative sense and good sense.
The same thing that is happening with Kevin Love happened with Chris Bosh. He was a personality. He was the star. And then he came to Cleveland, and he's going to deal with Kyrie and LeBron James. Like, what kind of personality is going to overtake those two? You're the third option. It is what it is. And now he's going to be the main option, and they're not going to win a lot of games. But that is what it is. So yes, LeBron James does leave teams in ruins, and that's what you do. You ruin your team so that you can win. It's hard to win. It's hard to win a championship. You don't have a huge window. You got to put what you have around him. Like J.R. Smith.
Yeah, so it's almost as if Kobe fans want the Lakers to be in ruins for longer, because he didn't leave them in a great situation when he bounced
but
up out
that's
of
what
there.
it is when you have a superstar. You got to do what you have to do to win. So yeah, it's true, but it's just deal with it. You got a championship. Be grateful. Be grateful.
How long does that last?
It took me a long time to be grateful. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, the Cavs never had a
It took the entire time LeBron was in Cleveland for me to be grateful. Now that he's no longer there, I'm grateful.
Really?
Yeah. All right, hear ye. J.R. Smith is petty.
JR.
Or JR is just being JR. I had no idea that LeBron actually left Cleveland. The second is available. It's on the board.
And I won't back down.
So anyway, the end of LeBron James and J.R. Smith has happened. LeBron is now a Laker. If you haven't heard, it's big news around town. And he decided to finally acknowledge the departure of LeBron James from Cleveland by posting a picture, and it says, "Thanks, bro," at King James.
LeBron responded, "My G."
I mean, listen, LeBron is Taylor Swift, so we know that he is going to remain friends with everyone. Okay?
Oh,
that's
man.
That is what it is. We keep it real. All right.
Man.
I know Ashley is also a Swifter,
Swift.
a Swiftie.
Taylor Swift's
What
a
are
heel
the
now.
fans called?
Swifters.
Swifters.
Swift. What's the
Swiffer? Is it a Swiffer?
Yeah, Swiffer.
Swifties?
Swiffer,
Yeah.
quicker, cleaner upper.
Swifties. Okay. So
She's a heel now, though. She's embracing the
she
snake.
has
She's embracing the snake.
She has turned.
Yes.
She has turned. I will give her that. For the
Yes.
longest, it was like, I'm friends with everybody. Everyone is the coolest,
Right.
and everyone loves me.
Yeah.
So I will give LeBron the departure from the brand in that regard. But for a long time, that's what it was. And this is an original Swiftie move. I'm not saying that LeBron is no longer friends with JR. I'm just saying it's a different kind of friendship.
He invited to the cookout.
As you get
no more.
older, I don't know how old you are, person listening to me right now, but if you are younger than me, I'm 31. You
they're
still have
around
some
there.
time to learn that everybody's not going to be your friend forever, and it's sad. And then you get over it because you're sleepy, and that's just how it works. So, like, I have a hard time believing that their relationship is the same as it was before JR decided to dribble the timeout because he had no idea that they
Right.
were actually in need of not that move.
Right. Yeah. Just to put it in perspective of their friendship at this point in time, if you guys are in the wedding season, as I am, like post that happening, they would not be invited to each other's weddings. Is that fair to say?
I don't know. I think you might still get the invite, but you're definitely not in the wedding party. You're definitely not invited to the bachelor situation.
Right.
Like you've been inserted into a different friend category. That's just how I feel.
Childhood friend.
Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. But that move by JR changed the course of NBA history. Legit.
I mean, LeBron wasn't staying, but still, it's pretty crazy what happened. Oh, yeah. The Cavs win game 1. Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll
never know. But we do know that they didn't win game 1, and it was because of JR. You can blame it on George Hill if you want to, but we don't. We blame it on JR. So anyway,
thank you, JR.
I think that yes, thank you.
Right.
We appreciate it.
Shouts out JR.
Although I do kind of feel bad for JR though.
Wait. If LeBron is Taylor,
Here we
is
go.
JR Katie?
No.
No.
Stop.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No.
And listen, Katie's
I
had
mean,
Katie's had her. I used to be very high on Katie. The highest I was ever on Katie was Super Bowl Left Shark.
That was a great performance, actually.
It was very fun.
Her only contribution.
Why
to
has
society.
Taylor never done a Super Bowl? She won't do one now. But
She's
like,
above it.
I mean, I wanted to be perfectly clear. I do not endorse that statement whatsoever.
Yeah, it was a bad one.
It was ridiculous.
I would say if LeBron is Taylor Swift, then JR can be Selena Gomez. I just Googled Taylor Swift friends. It was one of the first
Is that what
words
it was?
that popped
I don't
up.
know if Selena's kind of above that.
But above what?
The JR comparison.
Is she? I mean, I know she's like famous on Instagram and stuff, but like
Selena does stuff, doesn't she? She sings.
literally
JR doesn't
no
have a ring.
opinions about Selena Gomez in this room.
Why?
Just throw it out. I'm just saying, no one has any. No one's like,
She's cool, yeah.
oh, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy.
She's very pretty.
Thank you.
She's pretty.
She cool. Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
Waverly Hills or Waverly Place.
Waverly Place. Didn't
Yes,
she dated Bieber?
To say someone did something by dating someone is an indictment.
It's very sexist of me to say that. All right. That's about your word. All right, it's time for the lit list.
Hey.
It's So, our favorite family, our favorite American family,
Of course.
obviously the Ball family.
Yes.
They have a new Ball.
New
Yes.
bouncy ball.
Zoe Christina Ball
Yes.
has been born, which makes LeVar a grandpa.
Congratulations to the
Yes,
family.
Congratulations to the
Yes.
Ball family. We're very excited. She will be she's a baby baller.
She is a baby baller. I think LeVar was here and he said, and I should have corrected him. He said, this is the first celebrity baby. I think that
The first celebrity baby.
he said something along the lines of this being like the first like celebrity baby, like
ever?
it felt, when he speaks, it's in absolutes.
Right.
It felt like he was insinuating ever, and I was like,
Oh, you let that one go?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that one, so
Yeah.
that's a good move by you, actually. Anyway, congrats to Lonzo and Denise.
Yes.
And I don't think that they did a gender reveal.
no, not.
I didn't see one.
They're very active on social media. We would have saw it.
I feel like we
if
would've saw it.
That was the case.
Yeah, stop doing gender reveals. No one cares. Especially if you are not going to be excited about one of the genders that could possibly come out of the box.
Looking at you, Gordon
Because in
Hayward.
general, usually there's only one, unless you have twins, which could be fun.
Whew.
But yeah, we're looking at you, Gordon.
Yeah.
And everyone else that reacts poorly
come
when
on
they
now.
find out
Come on now.
what kids
It's
are
a
having.
child.
I mean, it just, you know how I feel. Anyway, listen, LA is lit right now. Manny Machado, LeBron, the Rams are spending all the dollars. It's just an exciting place to be. There's stars everywhere. It's Hollywood.
We said LeBron's going to change everything.
I do remember saying that because it's true. He changes everything.
All thing.
I like that commercial.
What commercial are you talking about?
What is it? It's for the stuff that you put in the water. You remember? And
Michael
he's like
Jordan
the cowboy,
stuff?
and he's like, it changes everything. Mio.
Oh
yeah.
yes, Mio. Shouts out Mio.
I do that
back
like
in the day.
I do that once. It wasn't that long ago. I do that
but
like
still.
once a show, and no one ever gets the reference.
What
so.
it changed everything?
Yeah, I go. It changes everything.
Just wasn't that good of a commercial.
I thought it was a really good commercial.
Shouts out to Tony Romo. He's in a new Skechers commercial, walking through TSA, and he does a fantastic job of saying, "Yes, I am Tony Romo." So
Skechers.
good for him. Slide on and off.
They're comfortable.
Tony's gonna bring Skechers back.
Those shoes. Is he gonna bring Skechers back?
I mean, if anyone was gonna do it, it'd
Oh,
be him.
there was a time when Skechers were in front, so then he would have to bring them back. That would be the reality.
I want somebody to bring K-Swiss back.
I was thinking about K-Swiss the other day.
5 stripes.
You know what? Because they were very easy to keep white.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have a lot of shoes,
Right?
which I didn't
yes.
at the time,
Yeah.
K-Swiss were a wonderful addition to your wardrobe
Popping in shoe carnival.
because you can really keep them clean.
Yes, I wear my K-Swiss.
Right.
I wear my K-Swiss.
You know what I was thinking
More
about it
popular
because how much I love Adidas now.
Yes.
And Adidas wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Adidas was like the soccer shoes, legit.
Yeah.
I had indoor soccer shoes that were Adidas, and they were great shoes because Nike didn't make great soccer shoes at the time. And finally, Swaggy B, Baker, all the way up, is on Sunday on Fox, 3
wait.
p.m. Eastern. It's a Fox-produced documentary on Baker Mayfield and Swaggy B. Colin Cowherd's not a fan today. He wants to see more practice tape.
He acts like he doesn't like. He loves Baker.
He does.
Especially after that interview.
He does like Baker.
He loves Baker.
He
We
does
all
like
do.
Baker. No, we love Baker.
Yes.
I'm excited about this, and I really hope that Ashley doesn't like our producer Ashley doesn't like Baker. Why don't you like Baker again?
Oklahoma.
Well, OU sucks, but you know he did a couple things last season. You know, he threw that ball at Nico Small's head.
God! Oh my God! He had a fucking helmet on.
He played football and had fun.
He was injured, Joy.
And
He was
had a
injured.
He played
helmet
football and had
on,
fun, and you got a problem
he
with it.
threw a football and it hit him in his head.
Classic replacements move. It's
He zipped it right in his face.
He zipped it.
Has he?
What are you, 92?
Yeah, zipped it.
93,
You see it? He zipped it right over there.
Do you drink prune juice every morning? Give me a break.
Has Baker tweeted something bad about Whataburger? I feel like that's the only reason.
That
Ashley
has to be.
No,
would
he would
have
never do that because
That
he's
has
from
to be the
Texas.
genesis
Right?
of her Swaggy B.
Right? It's like, what do you?
Oh, he's zipping that
That's
football
Whataburger.
right on his head.
Listen, he
He
is
was
tortured.
wearing a helmet. They run into each other at full speed. I feel like the helmet protected him from the football.
Okay, so he should have thrown at his own guy then. Why do you have to throw the?
Give me a break. Ashley,
Literally.
pearls over there.
seriously.
Pearl clutch.
You're gonna have like imprints in your hand from the clutching of the pearls. Anyway, check out Baker all the way up 3 p.m. on Fox.
perfect prequel to Hard Knocks coming up.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's-
Loser power rankings. Loser power rankings.
Loser power rankings.
These are the losers of the week. Okay, these two.
Who?
Mayweather and 50 Cent.
Oh yeah.
The internet loves a good fake beef, huh?
I mean, yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm not giving. I know everyone gets like, ooh, trading shots.
via IG post.
Look, I mean, these two, they do this all the time, right?
Yeah.
So this
But
is.
why though?
I don't know.
Do we not know the genesis of like when this whole thing started?
Well, I will say this though. 50 did post something about him being aware of his friend that killed himself because Mayweather was allegedly sleeping with his wife at the time. So it did get pretty dark there at the end. I haven't followed since that post. I don't know if there was one after that, but yeah. So they're beefing, and I'm just really off the beefs. Can't we all just get along?
No, and I think beefs.
Remember how
beefs
dramatic?
Are healthy.
Hey guys, remember how dramatic that Drake beef was, and like it was the end of Drake's career. It was so crazy.
I mean, yeah, it was great. It was
Do you
amazing.
remember when we were
I
like,
do.
oh my god, no one's gonna listen to Drake anymore. He just got he got ethered.
No one said that for
He
Shouts
got
out Pusha T. You
ethered.
got married last
yeah,
weekend.
shout out to Pusha T. Congratulations on your wedding. Drake's
Which
still,
is the start of all this.
Drake's still a thing.
No,
If anyone noticed.
He's popping. Like I said, re-listening to the album as a Kanye West diss, it is ether. He ethered them at the end of the day. That's why it's okay.
It's just not real anymore. I just want everyone to understand that. It's just there's too much money on the line.
I would like to start a fake beef with T Grizzly. So if you're
You
listening,
want to start fake beefs?
why not?
I'm out on beefs. You don't want to beef with me anyway. I take things way too seriously. All right. Next on the loser list is the situation with Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers. So
Yes.
it's like we're getting a little dark this week on losers, but it's fine. We'll end with a not so serious one.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Buccaneers have basically removed Jameis Winston from all of their team paraphernalia. He's not on the mural outside with all the players on it. and he's not on any other team promotions, and I just don't know if Jameis Winston's going to be the quarterback there next year. I don't know if I can believe that at this point. I'm obviously very annoyed by the suspension itself because I don't get. If someone could just explain to me how suspensions work in the NFL, I would love that because I truly don't understand. Maybe I'm fucking stupid, but I just don't get it. Because like sometimes
only Roger Goodell knows.
Does he or because I don't think he knows.
There's probably a hat and multiple options, and then there's a picking situation.
I just feel like there's just rules or there's not rules.
Yeah.
And I'm a rule breaker, so I'm cool with there not being rules.
Right.
But then there's just no rules. It feels like there's no rules. Like, how do you come to an agreement? Like, how do you strike a deal? This isn't the justice system.
No.
This isn't crime and punishment.
Yeah, it's not like
you either have a policy or you don't. How do you strike a deal about something like this?
It's more of a debate than you would think.
What does that even mean? Like, I can reason with you down 3 games. Did he do it or he didn't do it? So you're telling me he kind of groped her? What is this? I don't understand how any of this works. I would love to understand it. But I feel like we're never going to know. We're never going to know how suspensions work in the NFL, and we're never going to know what a damn catch is. Those things I'm sure.
Now, that's getting fixed this year.
Oh, for sure.
The catches are getting fixed this year.
I'm sure of it. I'm positive of that.
I'm so mad at Jameis Winston for at some point in time in his career in the NFL, he made me believe in him for a split second. And I'm looking, I was like, wait a minute, why did I even do that?
I don't know why you did that.
He's a child. He literally is. I'm not saying a child. I'm not trying to throw shade. He's a young, very, very young person, and he's trying to figure things out with all the money in the world and not a lot of responsibility.
He has hella responsibility, actually. And what do you mean? He's a franchise quarterback.
He should have responsibility based on that.
He has responsibilities. Whether he is responsible
we can't tell him,
with his responsibilities is something else.
Right.
What bothers me about it is all of the shit he had with him before he came into the NFL, and you get an opportunity to clear the slate or whatever.
Yeah.
To me, like you can't take a deal in this spot. Mm-hmm. Like Ezekiel Elliott did, for whatever happened with Ezekiel Elliott, he did not take a deal.
Right.
He was fighting that, and then they suspended him.
Mm-hmm.
And whether that was a trigger from the situation in St. Patrick's Day or not, and believe me, I feel like the NFL could not have handled that situation worse if they tried. And they may have actually tried.
Yeah.
But this situation, I don't get. I don't have any problem with the Buccaneers like cleaning slate and moving on from him, because I feel like I'm all about second chances, but I feel like we're on like 15. With Jameis Winston, it's been a lot, hella chances.
12
and none
was
of this
him
stuff,
eating a
none of this
W.
stuff is like funny or light or goofy stuff. Like people give Cam Newton a hard time or whatever. Like, okay, I can get behind people defending Cam Newton,
right?
But this stuff is like, it's too much. I'm done with it. But here's a suggestion, because I've given this suggestion before, but you never know who's listening. So here's a suggestion for how to fix this, right? So there's this thing where you just get like a group of different people, diverse people, if you will, like black people, maybe one, maybe two white people. You don't want to overwhelm the situation. Maybe one of them can be a white woman, so that we have some balance there. Mm-hmm. So like
people represented,
like
in the room.
They're like an Asian person, maybe Hispanic. All right, we can mix in an LGBT representative.
Yes.
The point is it's diversity. All right.
Yes.
So just for anyone who doesn't understand what the word diversity means,
right.
That's why I just explained that, because you'd be surprised. So just put together a diverse panel of people who come from various different backgrounds, various different professional accolades, if you will, and then assemble them, educate them on how the policies work, and then you present them with the situation. They then discuss it amongst themselves, come up with a verdict, give the verdict to you. You then apply the punishment. So there's something in place already like this in our society. It's called a jury. So I know it's a very complicated concept, but this will actually prevent public outrage over one person making a decision about a punishment or not. You would be surprised. It would dramatically reduce.
I had jury duty today. I had it changed. What?
I mean,
I had to shift it.
I'll never do jury duty.
I moved this next month.
We'll never do it. All right. Finally, for losers this week, this Julio Jones situation is so odd to me. Just to be clear, I always want players to get more money.
Right.
There's no world where like if they make more money, I make less money.
Right.
It affects me in no way. I don't care how much money you make. Make all the money in the world.
Get your money, boo boo.
Get your money, boo boo.
Yeah.
But I don't understand this situation. What are the Falcons supposed to do? You have 3 years left on your deal. You can't always be the highest paid player. Just because you're the best player doesn't mean you're going to be the highest paid. Just because you're the best television host doesn't mean there's some other guy who just got a better deal than you because his contract's up and that's what the market is paying. It's how this works. It's why places want you to sign contracts.
Yeah, different
so
pool
that
of
they
money.
can save money, they can balance things out, and you can make money. And then when it's your turn to be up for a contract, you make more money. It's how it works. You can't just be like, oh, well, Sammy Watkins is making a ton of money and he's not as good as me, so I need a new contract. That is not how it works.
No, not in the NFL.
Not anywhere.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't know what he's holding out for. It's not like he's like the 7th highest paid receiver.
He's
Too.
gotta
It's not like
ask,
he's
though.
making nothing.
He's gonna be
but
back. He's gonna be fine.
Asking and then holding out,
is
and then you're
asking.
gonna lose money. Like you could lose 40,000 a day.
That's nothing for
Isn't the
him.
point of all this to make more money? And
That's
they've already
still
told you
fine.
they're not going to renegotiate with you.
He's
They may not
fine.
fine him, but if he sits out any of the season, he could lose over $600,000 a week. I just feel like you're working against yourself there. I don't think he's going to end up doing that. Because he's going to see that first check and be like, ooh.
But this is so out of character for him that
It is.
I feel like because of that, I feel like there's something else. There's another aspect to this that is not out there yet. We don't know all the details because I'm not ready to say that like Julio Jones is just out of nowhere. Somebody's in his head. He has been hanging out with T.O. a lot. Maybe T.O.'s telling him.
I don't know what's happening.
Get that money.
But and again, I don't have any problem with him trying to get more money or wanting more money.
Right.
I just don't. There's something I'm missing here because I'm pretty sure that's how contracts work. And he's got 3 years left on his deal. That's a long time. The Falcons have all the leverage. What is the motivation for them to renegotiate his contract?
Well, he just recently won MVP of Honcho Day of the North, so
That's true.
more leverage to move around.
That is quite the accolade. I have to agree with you there. So.
Accolade.
All right, what's popping in the Culture Report?
All right, let's start with Offset. I'm just going to read here. Cousin of Quavo, husband of Cardi B, and victim of DWB, was arrested Friday in Atlanta for refusing to stay in his lane, crossing that solid yellow line.
I thought he was pulled over for having his tint was too dark.
No, I didn't see any of that in any other things. They said he was like maneuvering through traffic and wouldn't stay in his that thick yellow line.
You're not supposed to do that.
Those double yellow lines, you can't.
I thought if the
Can't
lines are
move past
broken,
them.
you can change lanes
on
anytime
the
you
side
want.
that is broken on your side.
Oh, it was the thingy thing.
Yeah, I recently took that California test here, so I know the
yeah.
rules. Yeah. Well, after being pulled over, the police officer claimed to smell weed, which led him to search Offset's vehicle. After searching his vehicle, he found 3 weapons, 2 of which are handguns, less than an ounce of weed, and over $107,000 in cash. He made bail and was back home with Cardi B and Baby Culture the next day. The interesting part about the whole thing was the smell of weed led him to searching the vehicle, but they never did a sobriety test in the field for him. Mm-hmm. So that where everyone's antennas was up was like, wait a minute, if you're gonna, because you can't search the car.
Yeah.
You know, it allows that activity.
All my paper's legit.
Yeah, all the papers, and then Cardi B's coming out and
Do you
defending
mind
him.
if I look around the car a little bit?
Thank you. I learned from that song as well. Jay-Z, Rick Rubin. Thank you so much, guys, for
See
that.
how smart you all when the canines come.
I got 99 problems and
Bitch ain't one.
yes, thank you so much. But Cardi saying that her husband doesn't own any firearms, which she needs to a little bit like street cred. Streets is watching right now. And also, yes, the F he does have firearms. Every time he made probation. He got out of jail in 2015. That's when he joined the rest of the Migos. And every time he's been arrested since, he's been charged with possession of a felony with possession of a firearm. Like he's had a gun with him every time he's been.
Well, yeah. I mean, what is the option? He needs to be riding around with someone else who has the firearm. I would say.
She's saying it's someone else's gun. It's like that doesn't change the fact that it was in his car.
But there needs to be someone else in the car who claims the gun.
Right. Always.
I don't know. I'm not gonna get into this.
Well,
but
yeah.
the point is,
You gotta have a little one.
But what's he gonna do? He's gonna ride around like with $100,000 and all his jewelry without a gun? That's stupid. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, it was the DWB driving while black. I mean, I
Well.
think it happens. You gotta be safe out there. You have a fourth child, Offset. Keep the guns at home. Okay, next we have R. Kelly. On Monday, R. Kelly
we left
released.
him in 2017. We discussed this. We
This
put
is the
it
last thing.
to rest.
This is
okay?
the last. This is the last send
and
off.
the crying Jordan meme are no more. We
This is the last
discussed
send
this.
off
We
R. Kelly.
agreed on this.
I know, but listen. You can't ignore a 19-minute track titled "I
Oh
Admit
yes,
It."
I can because I
I
played it on SoundCloud. I made it 4 minutes in and was like, I have got better things to do with my time than whatever nonsense. I
cleared the schedule.
I don't care.
I cleared the schedule.
I don't care about you sleeping with your girlfriend's best friend in your Benz. Nobody's mad at you for that.
He should have saved that for later in the song. I agree. That was too early in the song for him to come out and talk about that. So, he admitted to loving girls. Let me just read. So basically, listen. I wish he would put out. I'm okay with this if he comes out with a video series called "I'm Sorry."
Right.
That
you admitting who
that mimics.
cares that you're admitting it? We don't need you to admit anything we already
trapped
know.
in the closet.
We already know.
Yeah, okay, so listen.
Robert, we know.
I mean, can I read this in my R.
Yes.
Kelly?
But before you read it, I also just have got to say the
Please.
song wasn't even good. Okay.
I mean,
On
but
top of all of that.
I know he still has a very soothing voice.
Okay. But it wasn't a good song.
No, it wasn't. No, of course not. I mean,
'Cause
when's
if it was
the last good song R. Kelly put out?
Okay, so what is this nonsense?
Here's a little snippet of the song that I thought was most important. And this isn't my words, Mom. I admit I f***ed all those ladies. That's both older and younger ladies. But tell me how they gonna call me a because of that. Shit's crazy. You may have your opinions. You entitled to your opinions. But really, am I supposed to go to jail or lose my career because of your opinion?
Yes, that is how it works.
Let me finish. Yeah, go ahead and stone me. Point your finger at me. Turn the world against me. But only God can mute me. Ooh.
Didn't he say earlier in the track that he admits he doesn't go to church?
He did.
And now he wants,
that was in the
now
first.
he wants God to be the one that judges
I
him.
thought that was weird too, because at mile marker.
I just feel
4,
like when you write this, okay,
Yeah. He
when you
admitted
write
not going
this
to church or
song,
anything.
or
Yes.
maybe you did it off the top of your head, because I
He
think
said
he
sorry to
also
Mom,
admit that
too.
he's not a great writer.
He admitted to having dyslexia and that he could never read any of his contracts, which is why he is a broke legend. Those are actual words from the song.
Okay, listen, I can have sympathy for people getting taken advantage of in the music
I was
industry,
like
all
minute
right?
15.
But there's no way I was going to make it to minute 15, all right, as I struggled through the first 3 minutes of this nonsense. Here's the thing, okay?
talk to me.
I told you, I'm done. I'm done with this nonsense. I left it in 2017, all right? We're growing. 2018 is a year for growth and
Yes.
gratitude, okay? We are not living in
played the
this
black card,
nonsense.
too. It was bad.
I just don't. What are you talking about? What are you literally even talking about? I am not a judgmental person. I think I made this very clear with my Jimmy G take. Okay.
Yeah, no.
This is nonsense.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
don't
time
need
for
this
you to bring it
nonsense
up.
in my life. All right. I regret using 4 minutes of my time on it, and now this.
R. Kelly, he said he's not going to go away. He's going to keep making music like this.
All right.
I said we're
know
done
what?
with him.
You do what you can do. All
Yes.
you want to do with your
Yes.
own time. Okay.
Yes.
Just stop invading mine. All right. I need my space.
He produced that track too.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Sure he did.
Pied Piper.
Anyway. All right. Thanks for joining us this week, guys. We appreciate it. It was fun.
Yes.
Hot Take-A-Ritas all day. Make sure that you subscribe and share with your friends and leave comments
Yes.
that Brandin will read
Yes.
and say nice things.
Yeah.
Or whatever you feel, actually.
Yeah, whatever you
you feel.
You know what I'm saying?
And then make sure that you follow us on all of our social media pages at Maybe I'm Crazy Pod.
Yes.
And we will catch you next week.
Love you.
Thanks.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not.